What's cracking? I'm Nick Danger, and you're now tuned in to the Art of MV. Welcome to my channel, and thanks for watching the video. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, and leave it all in the comment section for me, man. I'm trying to get better at this. I'm still new. And let's talk some MV shit, man. As always, lots of news, man. Lots of news, man. The news cycle moves so quickly now, right? And we got plenty of news to go around, but we're going to stick with one that is within the title. And we're going to get right into it. But I want to say, man, that shout out to all MV gang. Shout out to Rolling Gang, SP Gang, MV Planet, MPC Gang. Shout out to y'all too. Ain't no love lost. We in this hardware standalone. So let's crack it. Let's get to it, man.
But the problem here is that they're trying to go from the software up into this beautiful world of standalone. Now, Akai did it. They went from standalone to software, right? They went the reverse way of that. And then Machine, from Native Instruments, they went from software to standalone. Now, mind you, the Machine standalone does not have everything that's on the computer in the software. They need to fix that up too as well. But what's going on here is you can see from Roland, they're making devices that are similar, cost less, and they're outselling. Like the SP404 Mach 2 is outselling the MPC-1.
Say what?
Now, there's a new MPC-1 coming out, that's for sure. And that's the MPC-1 is going to be called the MPC-1 Plus. That should be coming out in June. Now, that's coming out, and Akai has this brand new year of the MPC because it was created on December 8th of 1988. And so this is the 35th anniversary this coming December. So they're going to try and, update these devices and get them out there. But there's something up with Akai. They're getting ready to put another device out probably because they're only updating the old
something
device.
up with Akai.
This means they got a runway to get that up, and their new device is probably done. And it'll probably be like this. A new device that will probably be easy to carry around, easy to use, have more fun. And today's guys, that's what it's really about. And to have a machine like this is beautiful to be able to go around and actually do gear, but it should be completed. You shouldn't have to get something that's not fully there and call it standalone. I mean, I'd call it, it's a machine, but it needs crutches. It's not standalone.
Oh.
You gotta also go back in,
it needs crutches
and get stuff. I'm not a fan of that, really.
Oh.
Pick the machine.
Hold on. So Doc said the new standalone king, well, the new entry into the standalone DAW war, needs crutches. Oh, wow. I gotta unpack this, y'all. So much to unpack there. The Ableton Push 3 has had plenty of, other than that one by Doc, I watched the one by Boom Bap Kingdom, and at least two more that have some real complaints about this Ableton Push standalone entry for just under $2,000. Same thing with the MPC XSE. It had a lot of this and a lot of that with the conversation with the sound, and if I'm paying for something that's supposed to be a standalone unit, supposed to be able to stand on its own weight and sound good, but I need to put this into the DAW and put this through different mixers and EQs and converters to make it sound good because these converters on here are trash, or they're not up to par, or whatever the arguments are. All this is about the standalone ability of these units, and not one of these videos did they mention that as an alternative, even though it's older, or if you're looking at the newer Verse Lab, that any of these MVs is an alternative to these standalones that can't quite stand alone, right? And that was what wasn't said. So it's not so much that he said the crutch thing. That was just funny to me when I first saw it. Just hear somebody say standalone needed crutches is kind of cool. But the fact that no one mentioned the MV is even more I don't know, I won't say disturbing, but it made me come up with the smoking section concept, which is during my live, I will definitely be in the smoking section. Just having smoke for just the lack of acknowledgement that these two units get. I mean, let's get real. I just saw an MV1 Verse Lab or a Verse Lab MV1 for $375 on Reverb, right? I've seen like most of the best looking and best modified MVs are in Europe, or in the UK rather. Every time I see a nice MV for sale, it's in the UK. Shout out to those guys, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they just, just tired of just holding on to it or whatever. But as far as its usability and its comparable features to much newer pieces of gear like the MV1, where else you gonna go? And that leads me to what else Doc said about the Roland cloud, or what Roland is doing with rolling out all these different micro gear. So in addition to what Doc was talking about, I was on one of the Zen Beats courses that Roland offers. For one, because I need a refresher on the app itself and just basic operations, because I don't use it very much. And then I want to enroll in the advanced course. In these courses, they're usually with the developers of Zen Beats and the developers of like the MV1 Verse Lab, and I was right. And they always answer any kind of MV1 based questions afterwards. So I know that they have further plans for the MV1 and the Zen Beats app. But not only that, when I got home, I came across this. Fair use.
Today, I'm going to show you how to turn this into a mobile music studio. Let's go.
Let's find a good spot to set up our mobile studio and make a few tracks.
Fair use.
First, plug in the supplied USB-C. All you need is the Lightning to USB camera adapter. Using Roland Zen Beats app, you can tap open on setup to connect them. The S1 seamlessly integrates with Zen Beats. It's an on-the-go MIDI controller, fully featured synth engine, audio interface, and more. And when I'm done, I can stash it all away in a backpack or even a pocket. That's mobile music making.
So one more unit that they've integrated into the Zen Beats ecosystem, and thus kind of pulling you in to the Roland cloud by way of these independent units that all do things on their own without Zen Beats, right? MV1 Verse Lab doesn't necessarily need the Zen Beats app if you don't want to, you know what I mean? But it's a great flex, man. It's a great addition. I don't see how anybody could talk about or complain about the tiny screen if you got a smartphone on your person. Yeah, that eliminates the small screen complaints. And I find it just pretty easy and pretty fun to go through the app as opposed to menu diving, which, Roland's kind of workflow kind of lends itself to a lot of menu diving. But you can see right there, it kind of adds to what Doc was saying about all these different pieces of gear that Roland has been putting out that are apparently selling. Now, we don't know about that by the Verse Lab, but take the 404 Mark II in consideration. It's outselling MPC-1. The MC707 and the MC101